Hi, I'm James Sykes, CEO, President, and Director of Baseload Energy, here to provide an update on the summer drill program that we completed at our ACKIO project.
Hey, James, good to see you over here. We're here for, what is it, Mines and Money?
Mines and Money.
I'm losing count of
Resourcing tomorrow, whatever they want to call it nowadays.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Start off with the positives. What's going on over there? Is it a good turnout?
I think it is. Yeah, right. A lot of good meetings all day yesterday, all day today, non-stop meetings. Lots of people walking through there. Good company presentations.
Yeah. And uranium, obviously, hot.
Uranium's very hot.
Right. Okay, that's good. We started with the positive, and we're going to keep going with the positives because your summer drill program kind of put you in quite a good position to actually find the good stuff. I'm looking at the grades coming through. You're hitting it.
We are hitting it. We're hitting what we think is an open corridor of high-grade mineralization. The last hole that we just released on Monday, that would be November 28th, I think. I can't remember my days anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, last news release, hole 102, which was a 50-meter step out on Pod 7 extension. We hadn't modeled anything in the area. We'd never drilled in the area, and we hit 8 meters at 1%. And that was within 0.6% over 15 meters. So great hit, open at depth, open along strike.
And you have some higher grades but narrower intercepts as well. So you're finding it now. So what I'm interested in is, given you just raised a bit of money to get after this stuff, is what were you doing this summer that helped you identify what not to look for and what to look for?
A lot of what we did this summer was mostly, we planned the summer's drill program to try and complete an NI 43-1 resource. We wanted to get into the indicated category, so we did infill drilling and delineation. That's still our focus moving forward. But it's not so much of what we didn't learn not to do. I think it was more successful on the front that we answered a lot of questions, but we hit better holes in many different areas on many different pods than we thought previously. So it's all good news, and it just shows that ACKIO has still some room to grow and still needs to be interpreted a little bit better.
Right. Well, I guess what I'm interested in is how are you finding these pods? Because you have your own unique thesis, right? And that was saying in terms of positioning the edges of the basin, the Athabasca Basin, there's a good place to be. You're hitting these pods, finding these pods. You're now starting to get better and better grades. If I look at some of the comps around the rest of the world, you compare very, very favorably. And so finding the pods, finding more pods, and then starting to prove up scale. So the infill drilling I get in terms of the M&I category, but you also need to kind of start moving this phase of, well, actually, we've got a lot of it. How do you do that?
Continuing to drill next year for sure. There is strike extension that is still open. So mineralization's not closed off to the north for sure. And now that we have a better understanding of the geology of the area, we think that the southern strike extension is still open.
Right.
So we continue drilling in that direction. We have the Athabasca target, the unconformity target that we still like the idea of. We put one hole in there to test it this summer. Same thing as another hole in the area. Great sandstone results, very encouraging that we could have unconformity mineralization. And I boost that because that's typically where you get your 5%, your 20%. That's where you get your ultra high grades at the unconformity. So we'll continue to chase that up. But then we've also got the depth extent. And that I think was a big eye opener for us this year, that we were hitting better grades at depth. We know the alteration's open at depth and the structure. So there's the plumbing system is there, and we haven't fully investigated the depth potentially yet, because we've been focused on the low-hanging fruit, everything above 200 meters, but now we have to look deeper. So to get scale, we'll see what the strike extensions do, we'll see what the dip extension does.
Okay, simples. And so with the money that you got and the money that you've raised recently, how are you allocating that? Is that literally all going in the ground? I mean, because earlier in the year you got some flow through, I presume some of that left, and the new money is what type? Was it flow through as well?
Most of it, yeah. About 9.2 of that was flow through, and then the other 1.5 was hard dollars.
Okay,
keeps us capitalized for another few years.
Okay, fantastic. So the picture is starting to look quite nice for you guys, because it's taken a while to get that. How much of that is what you're doing, and how much of that is this? People looking in at the uranium sector and going, $80 from $30 to $80 in the space of 12 months. This is getting exciting. Where's the credit lie?
Both, I guess.
But, yeah.
Yeah. No, we timed everything right. You know, we got in early. We got in at the right time. We made a discovery before the market really took off.
Yeah.
And so I think a little bit of luck in there that we positioned ourselves in a nice, we positioned ourselves nicely prior to the market taking off. And now the market's taking off. You know, that side of things is buoying us as well. And having the ETFs also pick us up. So when investors are, especially new investors, when they're trying to find out which uranium companies they want to look into, they go to the ETFs first.
Yeah.
And I've actually met a few investors who have done that. They come across Baseload and like, well, who are you guys? What do you do? So yeah, a combination of both.
I think the ETFs are a great way to kind of get into natural resources generally, but obviously for uranium as well, because there are some look better than others, and some are better than others. You know, and I guess it all comes out in the wash, but an ETF is a nice safe way of getting to know the market a little bit for sure.
I think the ETFs are a safer way to find out the right companies instead of whatever you see in the marketing space. Yes.
Yeah. The secret of success is some people say timing, and I'd also add making sure everyone knows about it as well. So people got to know you exist. So right, if just on the market and where that's going, that must be making conversations a lot easier for you guys. There's a lot of generalists seem to be moving in on the fund side, and I think even on the investor side, people have maybe never considered uranium before. What are the sorts of conversations you're having like over there today? I mean, what are they asking you?
Oh, they're basically asking us how long we're going to get into production. That's the same question over and over and over. And
right,
yeah, it's, you know, we still think that we're in a good time frame. That typically these type of discoveries in the Athabasca have gone from discovery into production within 6 to 12 years.
Yeah,
we think we can still hit that time frame. I don't see why not.
Yeah,
but we really want to focus on how big this is and how much more we can get on it first.
Yeah.
While we're doing that, we are picking away at the pieces to still meet those timelines. So
right.
We're plugging away. We do believe this is a deposit that can be extracted, that can fulfill a place in the market.
I can sort of see why some new people walking into the space might be talking about when do you get into production, because that's where the money is, right? But 6 to 12 years is not unrealistic, and perhaps people's expectations need to be set accordingly, and that's for everyone.
Yep,
that's for everyone. But yeah, just kind of put a bit of pressure on you to maybe think about changing your strategy and your approach to how you come at these projects. I see CEOs trying to be agile and nimble and change their strategy halfway through. Sometimes it's the right thing, sometimes unfortunately it's not, because you don't want to skip a few phrases. So for you guys, next 12 months, like laid out, you got the money you need to do what you need to do. Where do you want to end up? What are you're explorers, right? So getting through to production is a nice conversation, but you're probably not the guys to do that. Is that right?
We're not right now, but honestly, I like the challenge.
Okay.
We will push it as far as we can, because it's, you know, we're in a unique situation that it's open pit potential, which are typically easier than underground mines. A lot less strenuous, a lot less engineering, and the infrastructure is already there basically,
right,
with the mill. So you don't need a lot of, you know, you don't need shafts, you don't need a lot of other ancillary buildings nearby. So it's a pretty simplistic operation in theory.
Well, the theory will involve obviously getting the province licenses, permits, support, etc., social license, and so forth, because it's uranium, open pit, that could be problematic. So is there any kind of precedent to this in your province?
Oh, for sure. Oh, lots of open pits, and yeah, it's the last open pits that were mined in Saskatchewan were in 2005, 2007. I think they closed down. Those are the Sioux deposits, high grade. You know, 1%, 5% type of material, sometimes 16%. And they had no problems mining that out. Very easy, from the permitting process all the way to the mining.
Okay. And what are the other, I'm kind of doing this end of year school report and sort of saying how you grade yourself, and so what do you think you've done well? What do you think you need to continue to deliver on?
I think we've done a good job of really figuring out ACKIO, putting the pieces together and figuring out this structural system, understanding where it can go. That's definitely credit to the team. They've done a wonderful job of working with all the data and picking the right drill holes and extending ACKIO into areas that we, you know, previously undrilled. So what are we going to do moving forward? we'll continue that approach as well. But yeah, we have to bring this up to the next level, and that's just not even the mineral resource. We have to start looking at, if we're serious about this, can we move this forward? So we've started things like mineralogy studies and leachability studies because we want to move this. So looking forward, yes, we're explorers. We love exploring. We will continue to do that with the money that we have in the bank. Next year is nothing but drilling.
Yeah.
We hope to be drilling on all 4 projects.
Right.
So just drill, make another discovery. That's what we're all about, and build up the company that way.
Yeah.
And then move ACKIO as well, or just keep picking things off left, right, and center.
Because I was talking to a fund manager earlier in the week, and he was saying what we like are teams that can look at an asset, very quickly work out how this thing gets built out. Right? They know in terms of the predictability of what's under the ground is good, but how you get that scale, how do they talk to the marketplace, and how they get this thing financed. People know relatively early what the economics are going to be, right? And you must have a good sense of what you're starting to see here.
We do.
It feels real to you. There's not just an exercise of setting it up for some kind of roll up for exercise for someone else. You feel like the asset can stand on its own.
I do, absolutely.
Okay.
Like we have a company looking into quoting us on putting a road in from the MacArthur River Haul Road over to ACKIO, like 40 kilometers. Yeah. So again, we figured that's probably our biggest cost, capital wise anyway. So again, we're moving forward with that, and just we're costing things out as well. Yeah, we've got ideas, we've got engineering ideas, we've got planning ideas, budget ideas. How much do we need to make this move forward? How much do you have to keep back for remediation and reclamation costs? And yeah,
you're serious.
Well, we're serious, absolutely.
Okay. Well, it's a great. There's a kind of quick catch up with you. I know you've got tons of meetings next door, so you better go off and do those. But good catch up. Nice to see this thing. It kind of feels like you reach that kind of stepping point. That's a step change in the company, that tipping point, I should say, for you guys. So get up for 2024. Should be a good one for you, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Be ready for some more discoveries. It's going to be exciting.
We love discoveries.
Absolutely.
Good on, James. See you soon.
Thanks.
Cheers.